We're taste testing.
We're so excited because we're starved, for one thing.
That's right.
And we're here in the Sequoia National Forest. There's not a lot of fish around here in the winter, locally. And so we have sardines, and we got them by mail. And these sardines are purported to be fantastic. And we've really gotten into sardines lately. My mom and I both together decided some years ago we couldn't stand sardines.
Right.
We got the same bad batch, I'm sure of it. I can't quite remember, but we say, aren't sardines like, fishy and nasty and crunchy?
Yes.
And I was on a trip a few months ago, and by chance bought some sardines because I've always known I should eat them. They're high in omega-3s. I mean, they're so rich in minerals, and these are healthy. I should be eating them, and so I buy them and then I don't eat them because I've always been a little bit afraid. And so on this trip I got them, and then I was on the road. I had nothing else to eat except, like Jack in the Box or something. And so I opened the sardines, and they were amazing. And for one thing, it was sardines in olive oil, and that makes a big difference over the tomato.
Absolutely.
That traditionally sardines have been in a tomato base. Extra virgin olive oil. It was fantastic. And so I brought them home and said, Mom, you must try these. And she said,
no. Don't like.
And so I insisted, and she said, oh. And since then she's developed quite a number of sardine recipes, and we've really integrated them into our lives. And what we're doing is we're actually tasting this new sardine against the sardine that sort of made us love sardines for the first time. And both of these are boneless and skinless, and they're both in olive oil. And so we expect them to be similar, maybe.
I'm ready.
Let's check. There's a definite difference in texture and in flavor. Oh, and as a caveat, if you are a sardine connoisseur and you say, why are they eating boneless and skinless sardines? You should eat the whole sardine. There is great flavor in those as well. But a lot of people starting out, like we were starting out some months ago, boneless, skinless is a really good way to start, but don't stop there. Potential great starter sardine here. I mean, I'm actually, as I'm thinking about it as a starter sardine, I am not tasting fishiness in this sardine.
Well, I'm tasting fish, but not the fishiness that you go, ew.
Right. And that you actually associate with sardines, because sardines can be very strong in flavor.
Right. Now, this is a delicate flavor and a delicate texture. It's just really easy to just eat it and enjoy it. Wow, it's amazing.
And how about the comparison sardine?
Oh, I haven't tried that one.
I tried both already, and I can say that I'm hungry. The texture, the texture is a little more chewy in the comparison sardine. This sardine, I'm actually really surprised. It's a very soft.
Tender.
Tender. It's tender. Yeah, it's a very tender sardine. So you're not getting chewy. Like we've tried, we did a salmon taste test, and that was a big difference too. In the salmons is that the one was much more chewy, and that chewy fish texture you associate with like a canned tuna.
Right. Exactly. Now this one has a little bit more of a fishy taste to it, but it's not bad. I mean, it's still a nice sardine.
Oh,
I would eat a can of this with, give me some crackers and cream cheese, and I'll eat it.
Because in fact you have.
I have quite a few of them, which is really different from my growing up, where I remember grandmother and granddad each had a bottle of beer and a can of sardines that they'd consumed during the election returns. It was a nasty goodnight kiss. Let me tell you, awful.
What a memory, a sardine kiss.
Yes. Okay. Now I've got new memories. This is wonderful.
Okay, so I see a big advantage of this sardine as being a good starter sardine because it doesn't have that negative fishy flavor associated with it. The texture is extremely fine and delicate. This would stand alone on a cracker. You could mix it with a little bit of mayonnaise, but this comes with the extra virgin olive oil. It's very oily. It doesn't need the mayonnaise. But if you wanted it for flavor, that's an option as well. But right on a cracker would be the first place to have this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.